Hello friends, welcome back to the Christian Diaries. Or hello, welcome if you're new. If this is the first time you're seeing me, my name is Ava Tysinger and this is my YouTube channel. We are a faith and lifestyle channel. Hey. I'm honestly feeling really inspired right now. Right now in my life, something that I am really working towards is being comfortable within myself. Sometimes I'm really not comfortable with myself, y'all. I actually had this whole video, which I don't think I'm gonna post it now because it was just really me ranting, talking about kind of how hard sometimes it is for me to make friends. But I just want to share what I've been learning through that and praying about that. First of all, I really feel like me being in college, well, being in college again, because I was already in school before, but at my old school, y'all, I really let myself get all in my head. And what I mean by that is, like, it was 4 hours away from home. I wasn't used to it. I definitely wasn't comfortable within myself. And when I tried to go back from the second year to finish, I left. I took another break and I decided to come to IUP. And I noticed just being here, y'all, for the couple of days that I've been here, I keep telling myself I can either not push myself to be the version that I can see, or I trust in God and like living without fear. And don't get me wrong, it is a little bit uncomfortable. I do think in some ways I am in a season of, I would call it like isolation, because I promise you guys, every time that I've been praying, I ask God, I think, and like, can he send me some friends? And I don't necessarily think he's not going to do it. I really just think, y'all, I need to learn how to be comfortable with who he really has called me to be. Like, I think for me, I need to be used to knowing that I am never alone, to knowing that if I don't have a friend and earthly human beings, like, I'm gonna always have Jesus Christ by my side. I'm still trying to figure out, like, God, is this what you're trying to say to me? But this is 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline. I feel like a lot of things that we can make up is truly in our heads. And I think sometimes I tell myself I need someone to be there with me, like in the cafeteria, like when I eat alone. And truth is, like, we really are never alone. Like, we really do have a friend in Jesus. Like, God is literally omnipresent. Sorry for the background noise, y'all. I still need to get a microphone. God is literally everywhere all the time. For me and for anybody that this may encourage, like, we are never alone. Even times when we feel like we are alone, like, God knows our thoughts. He knows what's in our heart, and he just knows everything. To encourage myself, honestly, is that this is a season really to just grow. It's not a season where God is punishing you, or, you know, you may look at other people and want what they have, but like, it's really about the relationship that you have with Jesus for yourself. It's really about trusting him in your life and not how things are really looking. I think for me, I can just, let me put it to y'all this way. When I was at the other school, I let myself get so fearful of what was next. I just wasn't trusting God. Like, even though, yeah, things seemed uncomfortable, I wasn't trusting where he was taking me next. And so this time around, it's like, that's why I said, y'all, your girl has two things that she can do. Like, am I gonna let fear hold me back? Like the scripture says, God does not give us the spirit of fear. So that really is just a spirit. So it's like just teaching me to keep going, to keep persevering, to keep showing up to the battle and just seeing what God has. Because once you get through this part and whatever he wants me to learn, baby, is only going up. The only one that's gonna hold yourself back from seeing like your potential and where God can take you is you. If you keep running from it because you're fearful, like, where is that gonna get you? Like, you're never gonna know unless you just put God in front and keep pushing forward. Y'all, don't get me wrong, it's not easy, but for whatever reason why I'm going through this, is definitely going to build me stronger and definitely encourage myself. And I definitely just hope to encourage others, because honestly, sometimes, y'all, even being here too, I'm like, you know, just kind of wondering, like, what is my purpose? And if I keep running away because of fear, like, I'll never get to where he has for me. If I keep running away just because things are not looking how I want, I'll never get to where he has for me. If I keep running away just because I'm tired of waiting or whatever, like I'll never get to where he has for me. So the only way that I'm gonna get to where he has for me and to keep continuing on is if I keep moving forward, if I don't let fear hold me back, if I actually just like say yes to the opportunities and just say no to my own fear. Like, I really hope this is like making sense, because like I feel like it's just time to be honest with myself, y'all. Like, to be honest, God really just knows best. I definitely just feel like this new college experience is gonna be good for me in ways that like I couldn't see before. Fear, I'm really starting to notice, it's really something that will hold you back from where God can really take you. And I feel like I've just been letting fear hold me back for too long, and I'm just not going to anymore. This ties in with like loneliness too, because even for myself, like me even speaking that I'm lonely, like that is like literally a fear. And the reason why I say that, because y'all, don't get me wrong, like I be seeing these college students and stuff, I be seeing them with their group of friends and everything, but my path isn't gonna look like their path. Like, that's cool for them, but like I have to follow where God is leading me. My life isn't like everybody else's, you know what I'm saying? Like, the purpose that God has for me is different than what he has for somebody else. I also just been learning about like comparing myself to, and just how like it's not good, or like where it ties into what God has for you. Like, you know, everyone's journey is really different. About the whole friend thing, y'all, don't get me wrong, I don't really understand it right now. Like, there are sometimes I don't understand why I just can't easily make connections, but as I've been letting this sit in my thoughts, I've been learning like, wow. Editing Ava here. I gotta hold up my phone flash, so don't mind my arm right this. As I was in prayer more and I started to think about what I just said, I realized this, y'all, because y'all, it was literally bothering me. And like, it's so crazy, like the more that I listened to this video and like I prayed about it and sat about it for a few days, it's just crazy. I think sometimes in life we could feel like we're not making connections with people or whatever, but I think truth is God has to keep you hidden from people you're not supposed to mingle with. I think now I'm really starting to understand it, because there's a lot of times I'm asking God like why I don't have a bunch of friends, or like why am I not where I see other people at that I want to be at because it looks fun. We got to realize like God don't want his people to be everywhere. This is something that my aunt had said to me a while back, and this just came right as I was making this right now. We as God people aren't supposed to be everywhere. I've really been meditating on Psalms chapter 1. Blessed is the one that does not walk in step with the wicked. And so, you know, I would always used to say like make different certain friends, but I'm telling you, it's sometimes a reason why we don't. I'm seeing it now. Is not saying it's God's punishment, because the friendships with the right people will truly come. Sometimes it's a reason that God keeps you hidden. What I mean by hidden is like, I feel like he won't reveal you to people. Like, you'll just kind of be hidden. That's like the best way I can explain it. Not that like you're hidden and that you're invisible, but like, you know, he just protects you from people that you aren't supposed to be around. It's really all his protection, for real. I think these days now, we all really have to scope people out, discern people. It's more than just having a bunch of friends, because I'd rather be alone than literally make friends with people who I'm not supposed to be friends with, like people that just I'm not supposed to be entangled with. It's so real, y'all. Like, I'm taking it now as a protection more than of a rejection. We're never alone. Jesus is always with us, no matter what it feels like. And honestly, there's such a joy into loving who God made you to be, and not in like a cocky way, because there's a difference. There's definitely a difference between like cockiness and being full of yourself compared to like loving yourself. And I feel like that's the vibe that I'm on. I actually have this quote that like I put on my phone a couple months ago, but at that time a couple months ago, like it really didn't click. But in the timing of right now and just being in school is clicking, and I want to read it to y'all. She's taking charge of her life, transforming her habits, redefining her priorities, her space, and her routine. Every day, she shows up as the best version of herself, taking the steps necessary to evolve and grow. She's learning discipline, staying consistent, and on the path to creating the life she deserves. One day at a time, she's becoming the woman she's always known she could be. Period. I just feel like this is a time where, for me, it's just time to really grow and stop holding myself back. I've done that so many times. I've overthink things so many times, but like when I just decide to finally go forward in Jesus and just realize he really has me, and just realize it's not as serious as I make it, like I'm gonna be just fine. And don't get me wrong, y'all, it definitely is a process. This is just things that I'm learning that I want to put in video form, because I know that for one, it's something I'm gonna look back on and just the growth, and for two, I do think this will help somebody one day. It may not even be for today, like, you know what I'm saying, but like, I'm just putting it out there because you're not alone in what you're going through. I do think sometimes God can put you in places that you feel like alone, but it's just to see if you're going to rely on him, if you're going to trust in him. It's actually something I wrote in my journal, like, girl, are you going to use this time to just stress and overthink, or are you going to use this time to rely straight on him? It's almost like it's like a test to see, what am I going to do? Like, am I going to fold? Am I going to just give in to the enemy and to the lies, or am I going to speak positive into myself and actually open up his word? Like, it's not just about saying things anymore. It truly is putting it into practice and like actually forcing myself to do it, because the flesh doesn't want to. The flesh is so used to being comfortable, but sometimes God has to take us into the uncomfortable, only to really see, are we gonna rely and trust in him, you know? And I don't know why I just went that crazy, because I think this is just really what I needed to hear. I did have a mental breakdown today, but you know what, y'all, you gotta just keep getting yourself back up. It is time to persevere. I do really feel like this is the time where God is gonna do something. He really is gonna do something, and now it is up to you to make that choice for yourself on if you're going to keep him close, or are you going to lean on your own understanding. It's all about a choice. So anyways, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and please stay on the journey with me as your girl is in college, as I'm trying to get better at consistency and definitely focusing on YouTube. It's all really just a process, because y'all, when you're a young adult or just in general as a human being, it's a lot sometimes. So just bear with your girl, because in a couple videos I've been saying that I do feel like at a point in time I'm gonna be called to YouTube full-time or more consistent or whatever. I just don't know what that looks like, so just bear with your girl. I'm gonna try to get these videos out, because it's just that time. It's that time. I hope you guys are enjoying your day, night, whatever time you're watching this. Hope this just really encouraged you as it encouraged myself, honestly. Don't take the lonely season or isolation as a bad thing anymore. I truly just think it's really God going to strengthen you to rely on his strength for like your situation or whatever you're going through. I'll see you guys in the next episode, and bye, y'all.
Pour out your spirit, shine out in the darkness.